Alright, so today lesson is gonna be about the regathering of the. We already did the split. We did the split of Israel about a month or two ago. About how Israel was one nation, and then they split and became two nations. So now we're about to do the regathering of Israel. All right, the regathering of the children of Israel. All right, we're gonna go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 11. YHUH in the Hebrew 11, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 11. Let me get there first. Everybody go to their Bibles. Isaiah, where your phone at? Don't you think you need it?
Don't toss it. Don't.
Come on, man. That's how you prolong the study when y'all like not doing what y'all supposed to be doing, man. Okay. Isaiah 11. Pick it up at 11. No, we're going to start at 10. Start at 10. Go ahead. You there yet? Help us, 90. Because we got to move on. Like, we ain't got time to be, like, you should be able to navigate that Bible on your phone by now. Isaiah 11. We're going to pick it up at 10. And we're going to read all the way to verse 16. Go ahead.
And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign.
An ensign. Like basically an ensign. Like a sign. It's going to be a sign. Because people already don't think we the children of Israel anyway. So when the Most High get ready to gather the children of Israel, he says it's going to be an ensign. An ensign of what? Of the people. To what? Go ahead.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
The Gentiles seek.
And his rest shall be glorious.
Glorious. Who is his rest shall be glorious? Who is they speaking? Who is they speaking about? Who's returning? Yeshua. Okay, now read verse 11.
11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Stop. So he said the second time. He said the second time. So the first time, when was the first time? When was the first time the Israelites were gathered as a whole nation, like all together? When they got out of Egypt. That was the first time. All right. So now, this so-called man-made exodus that happened in 1948 with the Ashkenazi Jewish people. Where did they get the? Where did those so-called Ashkenazi Jews come from? I'm just trying to see if somebody knows.
The Khazar Mountains.
The Khazar, no, they came. Well, yeah, that's where they're from, but where they come from? Okay, well that's fine. If you don't know this, that's why you haven't studied. The Ashkenazi,
Fake Jews.
That's the people that's claiming to be the Jews today. Revelation. That's who Revelation 2 and 9 and 3 and 9 speaking about. Okay, so God said He gonna cover His people for the second time. So the first time was in Egypt. The second time, it ain't even happened yet. All right, you know how we know it ain't happened yet? Because the so-called Exodus in 1948, they only got people from one part of the world, Germany and Russia or whatever, Poland. All right, so now let's see what God said. Let's see what the Most High say He gonna gather His people from. Go ahead, verse 11. Start on read 11 again.
And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time.
The second time.
To recover the remnant of his people. Which shall be left.
Where they left from?
From Assyria and from Egypt.
Oh, that's like Africa, Middle East, right? Okay, go ahead. Let's see if we find Germany and Russia in there. Come on.
And from Pathros.
Pathros, that's Africa.
And from Cush.
Cush is Africa.
And from Elam.
Elam is Middle East, Mesopotamia area, right? Shinar is Middle East, what they call Middle East, but it's not really the Middle East, because if it's the Middle East, Then where's the Middle West? And where's the Middle North? Where the Middle South, right? So there's no such thing as the Middle East. We know that's the Europeans' terminology, so they can separate the Mesopotamia area from Africa. Go ahead. From where else? From Hamad. That's Africa, and where else?
And from the islands of the sea.
So okay, so the islands of the sea would be what? Jamaica, Bahamas, United States, Mexico.
Florida, United States.
It's part of the United States. All right. So this right here disproves that fake Exodus in 1948. Okay, because them people they didn't. You can. This is history. You can look this up. They ain't get them people from none of these places that the Most High said that He was going to get the people from. All right, Isaiah 20 and 8, I believe, or it's 8 and 20. It's backwards. I might got it backwards, but it says if they speak not according to this word, it's because ain't no truth in them. All right. So now read 12.
12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed.
The dispersed meaning they. So that means they dispersed.
Separated.
Yeah, dispersed. Like spread it out, separated. All right. Go ahead.
Of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Okay, so they say Judah gonna be from the four corners of the earth. All right, so the people in the land today of Israel, they claim that they just Judah. By themselves, just Judah. But this, right here in Isaiah 11, it says He's going to gather them from everywhere. He's going to gather the dispersed of Judah from everywhere. Not just in Germany, Russia, or Poland. Okay? Verse 13. Go ahead.
The envy also of Ephraim.
Stop. Ephraim is the northern kingdom. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that? Go ahead.
Shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Okay, so why is it saying adversaries? Because the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom can't get along. They never did.
Our brothers and sisters in Africa.
Our brothers and sisters in Africa, when they come over here, they look at us like something wrong with us, and then we look at them funny. But that stuff is changing. If you kind of notice in the world today, it's kind of changing. All right, so that's that. In Ezekiel 37, it says that stick, that Judah and Ephraim going to become one stick again. All right, in the Most High hand. That means they're going to come back together. All right.
Now
so
they calling us
brothers.
After COVID hit, now they calling us brothers.
Yeah, we calling each other brothers. It's a process. It ain't going to happen overnight. It's a process.
A little bit before COVID.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So let's finish reading, because when Yahshua gathered the tribes, all right, what's gonna happen? Verse 14, it says, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines. So these people still living. All right, the Philistines. These are old tribes, but these people clearly still living. He says, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom. Edom is still here, and Moab is still here. So this stuff is going to get revealed in the last days. All right, and the children of Ammon shall obey them, and YHUH shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea. And with his mighty hand, wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and smite it in 7 streams. Did that happen yet? If stuff like this happened yet, it would be it would be part of history. Like we would know this, right? The Egyptian sea. Yes, it's an end time. It's an end sign. That's why he said an end sign, because when this happens, it's going to be when the Messiah returns, and he ain't going to be looking like no long, stringy hair, pale face Messiah that the Christians believe. He's not going to look like that.
What's he going to look like?
He gonna look like how the Bible say he look: woolly hair and skin of bronze. All right. You can find that in Revelations for Revelations 1, 14 and 15. You can find that in Daniel 7 and 9. All right, it's all through the scripture. I think it was one more. Daniel 10 is all through the scriptures. It gives the descriptions. People say the description and the color and all that stuff don't matter, but it does, because why? When he returns, you won't be deceived on who you looking for. All right? Let's see. Read verse 15 and 16. Watch. This is what's gonna happen. Watch this. It's gonna be kind of similar to the first Exodus. All right, go ahead.
And Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod.
So what is he saying? Dry shod. That means it's gonna be. You remember how the you remember how the Israelites came into the land? The first time, what? He parted the sea for them, right? Yeah. And they walked over on dry land. Right. The same thing is going to happen.
He going to part the sea?
He going to part it again. Look, watch this.
Oh, I see it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is an important study because this is something we need to know. It says, and with his mighty wind, right? He will shake his hand over the river and smite it in 7 streams. And make men go over dry shod. That means go over dry land. Read verse 16.
And there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people.
A highway.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Now from Germany.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Now Poland.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Russia.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Okay.
Like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt.
See that? Did that happen yet?
Nope.
Did that happen yet? No, it did not happen yet. All right, because if it did, we would know about it. All right? Elohim say he's going to gather his people from all over, not just one part of the earth, like Europe, Germany, like we just, all right? It's clear. That's very clear. That's clear, right? All right, let's go to Jeremiah 23. The second Exodus would be so memorable that, is that a word? Memorable?
Memorable.
Okay, look. The second Exodus.
What's the number?
What, Sonny?
What's the number?
Jeremiah YHUH 23. We're gonna read 7 and 8. Let me read my notes.
3, 7.
The second Exodus would be so memorable that the first Exodus would be no longer talked about, right? Didn't he just say in verse 16 of Isaiah 11, and there shall be a highway of the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to the Israel in the day that he came out of the land of Egypt? So he's saying it's going to be identical. Everything is parallel. Everything that the Most High do is parallel to what already happened. Okay? Y'all there? Or y'all there?
I'm not home.
See, this is why.
Who you asking to go?
YHUH, which is Jeremiah 23. We're going to read 7 and 8. My reader is already there. We just waiting on y'all. See, this type of stuff I'm saying, like, y'all prolonging the study,
Jeremiah,
man.
what? 23.
23, we're going to read verse 7. We're going to read verse 7 and 8. When y'all get there, say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Verse 7. What it say?
Therefore, behold, the days come.
Stop. He said the days come. So this is in the future. All right? What? Go ahead.
Saith Yahweh.
What he say?
That they shall no more say.
What they shall say, not more say.
Yahweh liveth,
Uh-huh.
which brought up the children out of the land of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
8. But Yahweh liveth, with which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall be dwelt in their own land.
See? Ain't nobody talked about that yet. The second Exodus, ain't nobody talking about it because it never happened. He said, ain't nobody going to be... We still talking about the first Exodus. You see that, Trina? We still talking about the first Exodus. Ain't nobody talking about the second one. He said ain't nobody gonna talk about the first Exodus no more. They gonna talk about the second one. And they gonna say, but Yahuwah liveth, which led them of the seed of Israel out of the north country. Right? And what else? And from all the countries without he driven them. See? And they shall dwell in their own land. But the people is already in the land. So if the people is already in the land, the Exodus happened in 1948, why didn't nobody hear about it? Why didn't the whole world hear about it? You see this? All right.
They just taught it in school.
Yeah, that's doctrine. They taught it in school, indoctrinating. All right, this is the second Exodus, people. Watch this. Let's go to Jeremiah in the same book. Let's go to Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30. Let's go. We're going to read verse 8 and 10, Nick. When y'all get there, say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
When you get there, say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right.
8 and 10.
8 through 10. All right. So look, let me read my notes. My note says the strangers will be no more served. The strangers will serve no more of themselves of us. What does that mean? We're going to no longer work for the strangers, the heathens, the Gentiles. All right? We're going to no longer work for them because we're working for them now, right? Even if we have our own businesses, right? Who we got to go to get our meat, to get our clothes? We got to go to the Gentiles, right?
Why?
When we punch in the clock, because they own everything, and that's one of the curses, right? That we would have to go to them for everything, eat for food, drink, whatever. That's one of the curses of the children of Israel in Deuteronomy 28. That's why you need to pay attention when we studying. All right, go ahead, Nick, read.
8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
So who yoke is on our neck? The Gentiles. What did he just say? He's gonna burst the bonds. What is bonds? That's like bondage. He's gonna burst the bonds, right? And the strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Who is him? Children of Israel. Read verse 9.
9. But they shall serve Yahweh their Elohim and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return.
See that? So now, when he says they're gonna serve Yahuwah their God and the David their king, that can be Yahshua, right? In a sense, because he come from what line? The line of David. Okay, but we know David died, right? And we know that Mashiach gonna raise up. He's gonna raise up the dead.
It's in the cipher. It said Yahuwah Elohim.
What it say?
And David their king. So it's Yahuwah and Yahshua.
Okay.
Whom I will rise up.
Okay, so that's kind of right. So, but that's still kind of a mystery in a way. But we kind of got an idea. But we don't want to add to scripture. We only can assume that would be who? Yahshua.
Just gotta wait and see.
You gotta wait and see. That's one of those mysteries that we got. Or it can be David that can get raised up. Because David also still
he's gonna be in the kingdom.
He's gonna be in the kingdom, right? Okay, Nick, let's go to we're in the same book. Let's go to Jeremiah YHUH 16. Let's go to 16.
16 and what?
We're gonna read verse 14 through 21.
I'm here.
When y'all get there, say shalom. Y'all not there yet?
All y'all had to do was swipe.
We still in the book of Jeremiah.
I'm
Oh, I
rotating.
left.
30, Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah YHUH 16. We're gonna read 14 through 21.
So long.
Okay, go ahead, man.
14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth that brought up the children out of the land of Egypt. 15. But Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them into their lands that I gave unto their
That
fathers.
sounds like the same scripture in the other one, right? Now keep going. There's more detail. There's more detail right here.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them, and I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. 17.
Stop. So what does that sound like? Fisher. What does a fisher do? They catch.
They going to go fishing?
They going fishing. So what does that mean? What did Moses do? So that mean there's gonna be a bunch of Moseses, right? Gathering the people, right? So it's gonna be more than one person gathering, right? Kind of maybe that can be prophecy fulfilled, like kind of what we doing as a nation right now, right? We're fishing for our people. You see that? Probably that can be this. All right. So he's saying he's gonna fish out the people because what the scripture tells us, many are called, but what? Few are chosen. So everybody, the scriptures also say all Israel shall be saved. And we're gonna get to that in a minute. We almost there. Cause he's gonna get to us to the wilderness and he's gonna purge us. He's gonna purge out the rebels. All right. Where you at? Verse 17. Go ahead. So he's gonna raise up fishermen to fish out the children of Israel. Right. Go ahead. Read 17.
For my eyes are upon all their ways.
Uh-huh.
They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes.
Right, so he see everything, right? Go ahead, 18.
18. And first I will recompense.
Recompense, but I like pay them. He's saying recompense mean like pay them back. Right.
Their iniquity and their sin double.
Uh-huh.
Because they have defiled my land, and they have filled mine inheritance with their carcasses of their
detestable and abominable things. Like idolatry, crosses, images, false images, idols.
The people that's living dwelling in our land.
The people that's he's speaking of.
He's speaking of the Gentiles over there, right?
Let's see. And I will recompense there. He talking.
Yeah.
He said I will recompense. Yep. He talked so he got to cleanse out. I'm not trying to tell people he got to cleanse out the land to bring us in anyway, right? So why you ask yourself why is it never? Why there ain't no peace in Israel today? They at war constantly, cause they ain't fulfilling prophecy over there, right? Don't the scripture say? Matter of fact, we're gonna get that in Luke 21. He said that the Gentiles they're gonna be over in the land till they time fulfilled. They time ain't up.
Basically,
Right.
They basically, he using them to fight against each other to clear it
He
out.
gonna clear it out, right? The Most High got a plan, man. People don't understand that, right? He said they have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. Those people still over there doing animal sacrifice. So what was the purpose of Yahshua to come and pass? Like, what was the purpose? They wail at the Wailing Wall?
Isn't pride big over there?
Yeah, gay pride. Like it's abomination over there. That's supposed to be the Holy Land, but it's abominable over there, right? So he has to be talking about the heathens that's in the land. All right, let's finish reading it. Verse 19.
My plants.
Yeah, he is talking about the heathens. Cause look at verse 19. He say, "Oh Yahuwah, my strength and my fortress, and my refugees in the day of afflictions. What? The Gentiles shall come unto thee from afar, the ends of the earth, what? And shall say, what? Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." Okay? Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? You see that? So it's all kind of idols and idolatry over there in the land. They got it's Muslims and Islam and idols. It's just full of it right over there. It's full of iniquity in the land. So we got to clear it out. Let's go to Luke 21. Let's go to Luke 21. See, the Most High got to clear out. He had to clear out the land, man. All right. Luke 21. We're gonna read.
We used to get a whooping if we didn't know the name of the books of the Bible.
Yeah. We getting the whooping for not knowing it, but they probably ain't even know it. They ain't break it down to us, and they probably ain't even know themselves. That's just kind of like it's kind of like forcing. You don't force the word. You know what I'm saying? You don't force
if
it.
they would have knew and told us that they were our forefathers.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit more history. It would have made sense.
Yeah.
Read verse 24, Nick. This is Luke 21, verse 24. Now this is Yahshua speaking to the children of Israel about a future, about them going into slavery, right? And because they was already under the Roman captivity. So this prophecy happened in 70 AD. But guess what? Look what he told them.
24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Stop. There you go right there. We was already kind of in all nations already, but it was still Israelites in Israel. But he said, the rest of y'all that's here, you're going to be led into all nations. And what he say? And what? Jerusalem shall be what? Trodden down of the Gentiles. Till when, Nick?
Till the Gentiles' time.
Till the time is fulfilled. Didn't we just read that? We just read that in Jeremiah 16. He got to cleanse the land out.
So everything that's happening to us, we got to go through it.
We got to go through it. The prophecy has to go forward. All right. What? Okay, let's go to book. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. So my notes on that was prophecy of the children of Israel by the Messiah, which is a dual prophecy also, because it happened then, and then it's going to happen twice. All right, because a lot of stuff that happened then is, if you get to reading, you'll understand it. Okay, so look, let's go to Isaiah 43, 18 and 21.
Isaiah 14.
Yeah.
43.
43, yeah. So these are some of the things that's going to happen on the way to the wilderness. All right? Because we're going to have to, the time going to come where we're going to have to flee again.
The second number?
The
second number?
Isaiah 43, 90, just signing 18. We're going to read 18 through 21. All right? So, troublesome times are on the way once again, man. So if we prepare ourselves and when we stay in these scripts and read, we'll know what we have to do, right? Because some people say, man, we'll just sit and wait on the Messiah. Yeah, that's true because the word do say that. But some people gonna have to make a move because some things gonna probably get so bad to where you're gonna have to get up out of here.
He already said that.
All right, that's what I'm saying. That's a dual prophecy. If you read Matthew 24, that's a dual prophecy.
He said we're gonna have to drop everything.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, yeah, you might have to. We might have the time. Like that's what I'm saying. We can't be too attached to this world, these worldly things. America, right? Because see, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get to that trend about he gonna purge out the rebels. We can't. When we get to the wilderness, we can't still have a American mentality. We can't still have a Jamaican, wherever we at. We can't. We gotta lose the mentality of the system that we was in.
Why you think they made Walking Dead and stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna have to lose the mentality, man. We can't be still Christians and Muslims. And he took us. He prophesied that we was gonna go and be in all religions under the sun. But he also said that he was gonna bring us out. Right?
You can't bring nothing with us.
You can't bring no detestable thing with us. All right, come on, read.
Look, babe. Remember when they was going I don't know who it was, what prophet it was, but they was going and somebody had an idol with them.
Yeah, that's old boy that had the Babylonians. He had a Babylonian idol. He was coveting the Babylonian idol.
Whenever they were supposed to take the land.
When they were supposed to take the land, he hid it under his tent, and the Most High stopped being with the children of Israel.
And then they lost their war.
And they was losing the battle, and then they found out, they was like, man, why the Most High not with us? See, one person can cause everybody to suffer. You know the saying.
One of y'all get a whooping over
that's that saying. The good got to suffer with the bad. And that's, all right, look. Pick it up at 18. We almost done, y'all.
18. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old.
See? He's saying don't worry about the stuff that's
here.
When it's time to get up out of here, it's time to get up out of here. Read verse 19.
19. Behold, I will do a new thing.
He said I'll do a new thing. What is it?
Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it?
Sonny, stop. You can't read at the same time we reading. Listen. You can follow along, but you don't do that, okay? So then you got to start over. Go ahead.
Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it?
Stop. So just to fill y'all in, this is on the way this is in the wilderness, right? When we get to the wilderness, all right? Go ahead. He said he going to do a new thing. Not like how he did when we was our forefathers was in Egypt on the way coming out of Egypt in the wilderness.
He gonna show us some more.
He gonna show us, he said a new thing. Exactly. You got it. What does he say?
I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert.
He said he gonna make rivers in the desert. Come on, man. Keep going.
20. The beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert to give drink to my people, my chosen.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, what you got?
Remember, I was like, babe, what about when the animals in the wilderness?
He gonna make them chill.
I know,
he just said I'm gonna make them chill.
He answered my question.
There you go. What you got? All right, see, that's good. See, that's good, getting understanding. Watch this. He said, verse 20, he said, the beasts in the field shall honor me, the dragons and the fowls, because I give water in the wilderness and the rivers in the desert to give drink to my people, my chosen. And of course, they going to be drinking the water too.
But he just saying, like, they going to listen.
They going to mind, right?
He take care of them.
Yeah, so ain't no kid, ain't nobody got to be scared of no bears and lions, because it's going to be the wilderness, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be just going back to the land.
It's going to be in the woods.
It's going to be in the woods, man. Verse 21, what did he say?
This people have I formed for myself.
Nah, he formed the world for himself.
This people have I formed for myself.
I be trying to tell them people we special, man. They don't want to listen.
They shall show forth praise to me.
Okay. All right. Now let's go to in the same book, Isaiah 35. Isaiah 35. All right.
35 what?
We're gonna read 1 through 10. People get in their feelings when you say, you God's, you Elohim's chosen.
What?
It's not to say nothing else about you, because guess who's gonna have to cleave to us? All right? Who came out of the wilderness when we came out of Egypt? Wasn't it a mixed multitude? Didn't they cleave to Jacob? Didn't they cleave to the Israelites? It's gonna be the same thing.
It probably was the poor people.
Right. Yeah, so it's gonna be the same thing.
So they was getting treated like us.
Right. So the Gentiles are not left out, right? But they have to understand who the children of Israel is, man. That's all we saying. You're just gonna have to understand who the children of Israel is and stop rejecting when somebody tell you they're Israelite. Right? Stop mocking us. That's what we saying. Come on. This is in the wilderness also. What we got? 1 through 10. Let's get it.
The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them.
It say the wilderness is gonna be glad we there.
And the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose.
Wow. So what that mean? Trees is gonna start growing and stuff is gonna start blossoming. Right? Go ahead. 2.
It shall blossom abundantly.
Abundantly.
And rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it.
The excellency.
excellency of Carmel and Sharon.
Uh-huh.
They shall see glory of Yahweh and the excellency of our Elohim.
So stop, look. So somebody might have a question. All right, what about the people that's in the wheelchair? Right? What about the people that's blind? What about the people that can't talk? What about the crippled people? Let's see what's gonna happen with verse 3.
Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. 4. Say to them that are of a fearful heart.
Because you know people gonna be scared, like, oh man, we can't, where are we going? What are we doing? Right? You in the wilderness, just like how people was in Egypt when we was leaving Egypt. I'm hungry, I wanna go back. I wanna go back to America. I want some McDonald's.
We could have stayed in America.
We could have stayed in Jamaica, wherever we coming from, right? We saying America because that's where we at.
But the scripture said
But our people everywhere, huh?
The scripture said that our forefathers was like, we could have stayed in Egypt, but he just bring us out here to kill us.
Right. So you see, everything is a shadow of, it's parallel. It's gonna happen again. You see that? Did that happen with the Ashkenazi Jews? No.
They weren't fleeing
They
from
ain't
nobody.
do nothing. They got on the train and went straight to, I don't know how did they get there? Airplane? I don't know how they got there. I don't even know how the Ashkenazi Jewish people, how did they even get there? They got on a plane and they just drove there. It was
Got all the resources. So
they got all the resources. See, what I'm gonna tell you, America has something to do with them people getting in the land, and the British has something. It's a book called the Balfour Agreement. It tells you how the people got in the land, right? All right. And it wasn't by the Most High, all right? Because none of this stuff that we read happened, right? This is the second Exodus, people, all right? So if you can prove that the Ashkenazi people went through this, then I'll stand down as us being the people, right? But you're not gonna find it.
When did they ever get enslaved?
Right? They never got enslaved. The so-called Holocaust. That wasn't slavery. That was not slavery at all.
They came out and said that the article said that Holocaust stuff was fake.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but I don't know. But they was never in Egypt. Right, and Zephaniah 3 and 10 say, "Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my supplement will bring my disperse, like will bring my offering." Them people was never in Africa. All right, come on, nigga, let's finish reading. So look, so we talking about the fearful in heart, right? The people that's handicapped and you know can't walk and in wheelchairs, so they're gonna be at the Most High. It's gonna be a miracle. People gonna start getting up, walking, and everything, right? What do you say?
Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not.
Fear not.
Behold, your Elohim will come with vengeance.
With vengeance. So what is vengeance? Payback. So everything that our enemy have done to us, he gonna do it back to him, right? Just like me and your mom the other day, we just went to the movies and witnessed racism, like. In the movie theater in so-called 2022. How are we still going through racism in 2020 so-called? Well, we know it ain't the actual New Year. It don't start till the Passover, which is the end of March, but still, right? Like how? These people continue to show their hate for the people, the children of Israel, man. He said these curses gonna be on us forever for a sign. Right? Didn't he just say in Isaiah 11, there's going to be an end sign for the people? Right? Some Gentiles are waking up getting signs like, oh, man, these is the people. And some just, man, get out of here. You can't be. Get out of here. No way. It's no way black people can be the children of God. No way. All right. Come on, let's read. Where we at? 4. Let's get through it.
Even God with a recompense, he will come and save you.
He will save us. We don't need people need salvation. We don't want to get shot down the street. We getting oppressed still. It don't matter if we got money. It don't matter if a person, people with money getting oppressed.
Shoot,
Celebrities getting oppressed. Look at all of the celebrities that try to come out and say we the people. And get out of here.
Some football players hemmed up by the cops.
Right. Just that don't matter because you got money. It don't matter. Right? Curse is gonna follow you anyway. Rich or poor, it don't matter. Go ahead. What we got?
5.
What we got?
Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened,
Oh, there you go. I told you.
and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped.
There you go.
6. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart,
Man.
and the tongue of the dumb sing.
Mm.
For the wilderness shall waters break out,
Uh-huh.
and streams in the desert.
See that? So nobody's gonna be disabled.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna get up, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a miracle, man. That's beautiful. Go ahead. Where we at?
Everybody gonna be able to flee.
7.
Right. 7. Go ahead. Read.
And the parched ground shall become a pool.
So the dry ground is gonna turn into. Of course, it's gonna be water that we can drink. It's gonna be fresh water.
Why would he give us something dirty?
Right. He said what? He said what? Nick? He said then the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. See these?
Right.
In the habitation of dragons, that's snakes. Y'all know that. Where each lay shall be grass with reed and rushes. Verse 8. And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Just a path. This is what they mean.
Yeah.
A highway. Yeah, I guess. Hey, it's gonna be golden. It's gonna be a golden road for us, man. Okay, it says, and a way, I'm on verse 8. And a highway shall be there, and a way it shall be called the way of holiness. So guess what? Anybody unclean can't. It's a way of holiness. We know to be holy is what?
Set apart.
To be set apart. Let's go into detail. What does it say, Nick? What? The unclean shall not pass over it. Didn't that happen already? See, look. I'm going to say this again. Everything is parallel. He said no unclean person. So that means you can't be walking across the highway with no pork chop, right? You can't be gay. Any unclean thing that goes, and this is the danger of saying the laws are done away with. How are the laws done away when you can't be, when he just said no unclean person will pass over? He said, but it shall be what? For those, the wayfaring men, though fools shall not err therein. Verse 9, no lion shall be there, nor any ravaged beast shall go up therein. It shall be not found there, but the redeemed shall walk through. And the ransom of YHUH shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy. We're gonna be singing. We're gonna be happy. You know why? Because we ain't gonna be the left.
And we ain't gonna be.
We gonna be the.
wanna stay.
We gonna be the. So look, that we get to that point about the rebels. They got to get purged out, right? The people that want to still live and under the beast system and want to be beast mentality, right? They got to get purged out. What you got?
Just like when he had to purge out the children of Israel.
He did.
And
the first
like,
time.
They ain't wanna obey. Like they ain't wanna do what he said.
They didn't want to do what he did. He killed them in the wilderness. Right? It says, and we shall come what? To Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness and sorrow and singing shall flee away. Shall fall away. Y'all say flee away. Okay, look. Now look. Let's go to Ezekiel 20. We've almost done. We got 3 more precepts. We done. All right. So this is where the Most High gonna purge out the rebels.
20 and what?
So this Ezekiel 20 is really before this, because he already just said no clean person can come through, right? So Ezekiel 20 is really before this, right? So how is the laws done away, right? How are the laws of God, Elohim, done away when you can become unclean? He just said no unclean person can pass through what? You there? Ezekiel 20. We're gonna read 33 through 38. Huh?
How you spell Ezekiel?
The colonized American way, English way is Ezekiel.
20 and what?
We're gonna read 33 through 38. Let's just start reading. Ezekiel 20:33 through 38.
33. As I live, saith Yahweh,
I'm at the right one. No, I'm at the wrong one. But you can keep going. I'll catch up.
surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with a fury poured out, I will rule over you. And I will bring you out.
Stop. So what that means? You gonna mind? He said, I'm a ruler. He said with a stretched out arm with fury. Like you gonna listen to me, or else. Go ahead.
34.
He said, I will rule over you. Verse 34.
And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out.
See? So he said, I'm gonna bring you out. So everybody gonna see this. Everybody gonna see this. It's gonna be a miracle. Right? Go ahead.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there I will plead with you face to face.
Okay.
36.
So he said, I'm gonna plead with you face to face. That means he finna clean up. You gotta be clean. Right? Did he tell the other? It was a whole generation of Israelites did not even see the land. They just stayed in the wilderness because he had to get rid of them. Because they ain't want them, they hard-headed. Just like our people is today. When you tell them, hey man, the name of your the creator is this. Nah, it's God. They want to argue with you, right? Them the people are gonna get weeded out. Hey man, the Son of God name ain't Jesus, it's YHUH. I've been knowing that's how I'm gonna say. All right, you're gonna get purged out, bro. And just any unclean thing, we just read that. Anything unclean that don't go against the will of the Most High, you getting purged out. Watch this. Where you at, 37? You at 36. He said, 35 say, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
Yeah, I'm on 36.
And there he said, I will plead with you face to face. Go ahead.
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so I will plead with you, saith Yahweh.
Stop. When did the Ashkenazi Jews go to the wilderness?
Never.
When did they go to the wilderness and plead with the Most High face to face? I need to find that in history somewhere. Somebody please, if anybody know that, please send that to me. All right. Verse 38. What did it say?
No.
Verse 38.
I'm on 37.
Okay, go ahead.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
See, that's when the new covenant gonna be fully. See, that's why I tell people the new covenant is partially, it's not to its fullness. Like the new covenant is Yahshua come to die for the sins of the people, that we don't have to die right away for things that we do. We have chance to get it right, which is called grace. All right. Go ahead.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels that transgress against me.
See? Hold on. Transgress ain't sin is the transgression of the law.
Yep.
He said he gonna. That's the hard-headed people, the hard-headed, stiff-necked people that don't wanna. He said the hearers of. He said not the hearers of the laws just, but the doers. So we got to keep these laws, man. Because look, guess what? What we doing now is practice. Because when we get to the wilderness, it's going to be already in us. Oh, I remember this. Oh, we got to keep this. Oh, I remember we can't eat that. I remember this. Let's do this. We can't do that. See? We're going to be already a head start. But the people that's not practicing the laws now, them probably going to be the ones that are going to get purged out and killed in the wilderness. All right? That's why it's important to not teach that the laws of the Most High is done away with. But Christianity love to do that. All right, go ahead. Where we at? We almost done.
I will bring forth.
Okay, yeah. He gonna purge out the rebels
out of the country where they sojourn.
There you go again. He gonna
and they shall not enter the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh.
So all the people that's in Israel today, they went through all this. Come on, man. So all the people that's in the land of Israel today, they went through all this stuff right here. They couldn't have if they having gay parades, man. Come on, man. They still sacrificing animals and praying to welling at walls, welling at walls on the wall, man. All right. You read 37? I mean 38.
That was
All right, now look, let's go to Zephaniah 3, and we're gonna read 9, because this is what he gotta do. This is what he gotta do, right? Of course he gonna restore to us, because people, you know, we got different people. Some people say Yahweh, some people say Yahuwah, some people say Yahweh, some people say Yahweh, some people say Ahaya. All right, so watch this. This is what he gonna do to us. All right?
3 and 9.
Yeah. No, 3 and 9. Read 9 and 10. What it say?
For then I will turn to the people a pure language.
A pure language, man. So we're going to be calling the Most High the same thing. You see this? Y'all see this? Ain't nobody going to be saying, oh, you, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be saying the same thing. Go ahead.
That they may call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent.
One consent. Okay? What 10 say?
10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my supplements, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring my offering.
Okay, there you go, the children of Israel right there in West Africa. He said beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. When have the Ashkenazi Jews been? When have they been in West Africa?
Never.
The only time anybody from Ashkenazi Jewish people have been in West Africa is to go and see, oh, these people say they're the Hebrews over here, let's go study them. That's it. They ain't over there. He said beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my people. Like, he just identified where his people at. Didn't we just read Isaiah 11 and 11 that they gonna be in they in Africa? All right, let's go to Hosea 2 and 16. All right, so this another thing right here is that he's gonna do. This another thing he's gonna do. Right? Because like I say, we calling him Lord God and
Hosea what?
Hosea 2 and 16.
I'm there.
Go ahead, read it.
And it shall be in that day, saith Yahweh, that thou shalt call me Ishi.
That means husband, right? Because then he say what he saying that he gonna do to us in the wilderness, Trina? He gonna make the bond of the covenant, right? So what is a covenant? A covenant is an agreement, like a marriage. So that's why he's saying Ishi, right? Go ahead.
And shall not no longer call me Lord.
Man, that's deep. Okay, let's go to Zechariah. So now the question is, can Gentiles come with us? Let's answer that question and we done. Can Gentiles come with us? Watch this. Zechariah 8 and 23. Zechariah, Z-E-C.
I know.
8
and 23.
And what it say?
Thus said Yahweh,
Of hosts.
in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that Elohim is with you.
So ain't it important to know who the true Jews are? Who the true Israelites are? Because they going to have to grab to a hold to our skirt and our heel. Hey, man, we going to go with y'all. We see the most high with y'all. You see that? Now, the very last scripture, let's go to Exodus 12 and 38. Let's go to Exodus 12. We're going to read verse 38 and 40. And everything is parallel, man. What happened in the past is going to happen again.
I'm there.
Go ahead and read it.
38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. 39. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt.
Okay, listen. So what did he say? What was the key point? A mixed multitude. So that means people that was in Egypt that wasn't Israelites came with them when they left out. You see that? Okay, look, this the very last scripture, and it's over with. We're gonna read Isaiah 56, 1 through 8, and we done. It's closed. So we answer, can the Gentiles come with us? These last three scriptures are proving that the Gentiles will be able to come with us. So anybody teaching that Gentiles can't get salvation and all that, that's not true. All right? We're not teaching, huh?
Did we read the scripture that says Gentiles will cleave to Jacob?
Yeah, they got to cleave, right? We get that. Now look, we're going to read Isaiah 56, 1 through 8. And we
56, 1 through 8?
Yeah, Isaiah chapter 56, verse 1 through 8. And we done.
Thus said Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice.
And do justice, not injustice. Ain't that what they do to us here in America? Injustice? He said, keep ye judgment and do justice, not injustice. Go ahead.
For my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed.
To be revealed. Go ahead.
2. Blessed is a man that does this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his name from doing any evil.
Keeping his hand from doing evil. Go ahead. Verse 3.
Neither let the son of a stranger that hath joined himself to Yahweh speak, saying,
Saying what?
The Lord hath utterly separated me from his people. Neither let
the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. So he's saying, if the Gentile have joined themselves to us, let them not say this. That's the key. Right? He said, for verse 4, for thus said Yahuwah unto the eunuch that keep my Sabbaths and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant. Key, buzzwords. They have to keep hold of the covenant. Right? Because you got Gentiles saying, we don't have to keep the law. We just have faith in Jesus Christ. Right here, he just said, and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant. Verse 5, even unto them will I give my house and with my walls a place and a name that is better than sons and daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Verse 6, also the sons and daughters of the strangers that join themselves unto Yahuwah to serve him and to love the name of Yahuwah, to be his servants. See, they have to be the servants of Yahuwah. Everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it and take hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain and make them a joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifice shall be accepted upon my altar, for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people. Yahuwah, my Elohim, which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, said, yet will I gather to him besides those that are gathered unto him. Right? So basically, when the Most High gather us, he's going to gather the Gentiles that what?
That do the commandments.
That do the commandments and cleave to us. See? It's about, they go hand in hand. Right? You can't be mocking us, making fun of us, mistreating us, and then think you're going to get into the kingdom. It's not going to work like that. All right, so, man, look, that's been the lesson, man. The children of Israel, the second Exodus. All right, that's the second Exodus into the wilderness, the regathering of the children of Israel, man. It's been our time, man. To the next video, I say shalom, peace, and blessing. I hope somebody got some understanding, man. We out.